What would you do if a family member, a close friend, or even you were diagnosed with cancer? Throughout the course of treatments, you were unable to live in comfort, you were in pain, unable to eat, constantly felt nauseous, and the numerous amounts of prescription drugs that you have tried are not working. Would you try something that some would consider drastic? Sorry. Alrighty. So today we're going to explore the topic of medical marijuana. Some people believe it's medicine, some people believe it's just a way to get high legally. So we're going to go over this and see. I became interested in this topic when one of my family members became a patient back in 2002. And it shocked me at the time because I was very ignorant to any type of drugs. And I'm the type of person where I definitely need to know all the information before I can make my decision on it. Since it's become legal medicinally and even more recently recreationally, I continually educate myself by talking to people that are either doctors, patients, people that have said that it's saved their lives. So it's really nice just to hear both sides of what people have to say. Alrighty, the first pro is going to be that medical marijuana, it helps with a number of different ailments. Just a few of them: HIV, AIDS wasting, Alzheimer's, arthritis, asthma, breathing disorders, Crohn's disease, epilepsy, glaucoma, migraines, multiple sclerosis, Tourette's, nausea, and chemotherapy. The next pro is that it is less toxic than prescription drugs. A lot of you who have ever had prescription drugs know that they can have side effects. And when you're dealing with diseases and things of like a high multitude where you have to be on high dosages of medication, you're risking causing damage to organs. There's side effects to those pills, therefore you then need another pill. And because that one has a side effect, you then need another one. When it comes to marijuana, you can't overdose on it. The worst that happens is you fall asleep or your cupboards get empty a little quicker. Jocelyn Elder, she was the former U.S. Surgeon General, and she made a statement that said the evidence is overwhelming that marijuana can relieve certain types of pain, nausea, vomiting, and other symptoms caused by such illnesses as multiple sclerosis, cancer, AIDS, or by the harsh drugs sometimes used to treat them, and it can do so with remarkable safety. Indeed, marijuana is less toxic than many of the drugs physicians prescribe every day. Alrighty, and the next pro, and the reason it's a pro, the pro is that you don't have to smoke it. A lot of people have a negative connotation when it comes to smoking, as we just heard. It's not the best. It is one of the forms that people can get medicine, but there are also other forms. You can use a vaporizer, which is this little pen where it just takes purified THC, it vaporizes it, and it gives you your medicine without any of the tar that comes in the flower matter of the marijuana. They can put it in capsules. That way, if you have like stomach cancer, the medicine gets straight into your stomach, treats you like that. They have all different types of salves and tinctures. These are things that you can use. Tinctures are just oils that you can ingest. You can just put it under your tongue. The salves are rubs that you can, like let's say you have knee pain or arthritis, you can just rub this ointment in and it works. It doesn't get in your bloodstream, you don't pop up hot on drug tests, but you're still able to be comfortable. Alrighty. A con is that the dispensaries need to be heavily regulated. When you go into Walgreens and you want ibuprofen, they have different amounts. They have 200 milligrams, they have 800 milligrams, so on and so forth. Some may be, prescribed. When you walk into a dispensary, because all of them grow their own, you never know the potency. Just because it's the same strain as another dispensary, it doesn't mean that it's going to have the same level of effectiveness for you. And this is a problem if you're a patient trying to get your medicine. If the pharmacy doesn't, or if the dispensary doesn't have it and you go to another one, you need to know it's reliable. And right now, everything's just too loose. Another con is that the staff is just not educated when it comes to helping you. If you walk in and you tell them you have Crohn's disease, and they need to know what symptoms are associated with that and which strains they carry that would aid in that. That way, you're just not walking in there blindly. And the last con is that there's very few studies done on it. Because it's illegal at a federal level, a lot of companies are very afraid to even test it. The few studies that have been done have had a very limited number of people, and they only did the studies with the subjects smoking it. With the different forms today where it's topical, it's edible, they need to do larger studies with people of that have multiple ailments and have them try all of them. That way we can create a baseline for what helps, how much it helps, and we can go from there. Alrighty, now that we have discussed the pros and cons of medical marijuana, I'd love to know what you guys think. Yes?
So I had this coworker that he had stomach cancer and pancreatic cancer, and this was his only way to stimulate his appetite. And so I never really thought of the positives, I guess, until I met him, and it really helped him and made me have a different view on it altogether.
Yeah, I know multiple people, just because like I said, I talked to him, I know multiple people that have gotten rid of cancer. One lady had ovarian cancer, and this lady that works in a dispensary, she would make whatever type of medicine people needed. And for ovarian cancer, you need suppositories. So she made her cannabis-laced suppositories, and she was cancer-free in 3 months. But there are other people that had cancer and tried it, and it didn't work for them. So it just depends on the individual, but there are very, very positive effects. Anybody else? You want to ask a question.
I think there's just a negative connotation that comes with it, because you automatically assume it's just being used for recreational. So
Exactly.
It's hard to, like what Maggie was saying, you find these people that have these benefits, but there's that piece in your mind going, really? You're really doing that? And it's really helping?
Yeah, well, and that goes for everything, you know what I mean, though? Just, if somebody gets a prescription for Oxycontin, they might not have that prescription because they have that pain. They might just have that prescription because they can keep getting it. So there's always people out there that will abuse the positive aspects of it, but at the bottom level, the good that it does do needs to be known. Anything else? Alrighty, guys. In conclusion, we talked about the pros and the cons of medical marijuana. It saves lives, and it's still illegal in some places. But that's everything. Thank you guys for your comments, and good night.